I came into politics because I felt that I have what it takes to contribute to nation building. Have been doing it privately through numerous NGOs that were founded.
Sure.
Have been over the last 15 years. I've been trying to see how we can go to the prison, ask questions from criminals. What led you to crime? Okay, see how we can set up. We have some lawyers here, get lawyers to help them look at their cases. And after some times, I think we are able to help some of them out of the prison. We've done more than 500, 600 people.
Oh.
And we're planning to do another one October 1st. So while Nigeria is celebrating independence, some prisoners should also be celebrating freedom.
Hello, sir. So I think the major question that everyone wants to know, you are a young person and you have achieved so much, 2 PhDs, 3 master's degrees so far, and you have been making strides, and also recently the youngest presidential candidate under the Accord Party, of course. So what has been your motivation?
Okay. I personally believe that human beings, we are all created for a purpose.
Yes.
And to achieve the purpose we are created for, we must always aspire. We must always want to do more each and every day.
Okay.
We shouldn't just settle for what we already have achieved. So that drive to keep aspiring, that drive to keep accomplishing,
Yes.
I think has led to some of those things you've mentioned and many more. And we do not even also see wherever we are as a point of success.
Yeah.
We still believe that there's more land to be conquered, there's more to be done. And whatever we have achieved, we only pray that God should give us good health, more time on health, so that we can keep aspiring and we can keep doing the best we can do.
Okay.
So the drive has been my humble background. I grew up from a home that my mother and my father teaches us how to pray and trust in God, and that coupled with the moral with which we have grown with has really been very helpful. And you mentioned academic achievement.
Yeah.
Academic achievements. Yesterday I was speaking with some group of people, and I said, I am one person that went through school in a very difficult way. So I could not even at the time pay for a textbook in school.
Oh, wow.
It was that difficult. So upon completion of my first degree, I said to myself that I was going to read to the apex of education, academic citadel,
Oh.
and also create a platform that will help others. So that is why. So we are still reading, even if you had said, okay, we have 2 PhD, one in engineering and one in education.
Yes.
We are still reading. Every day we are learning. Every day we want to know the new things on new technology, new scientific discovery. I recently opened a library,
Wow.
Professor Christopher Imumolen Library in Abuja here, which is free to use.
Oh, wow.
Donated it to the community because I believe so much in knowledge, and I believe that one of the critical tools that would liberate us as Africa, Black race, is knowledge we have. We can only do what we have. We can only contribute to what we have. If we don't have it, then we'll blame the West,
Yes.
which is what is common today.
Even till now.
Colonization, we are blaming the whites. We are saying, no, we can liberate ourselves, but we don't know because we don't have the knowledge to know. So knowledge is critical for me, and that is the essence of reading. Yes. I'm not reading, I'm not in question, no, because I want to acquire certification, but I want to have more knowledge, empower my mind, and be able to solve critical problems, which we're already doing. That question of Many people do not really sit down to ask a question. I feel some great men have been able to answer that question of why are we created in the first place? What is the reason why we are on earth? Sometimes you look at it, and when you have very close friends close to you die, parents, maybe your father die, you might once in a while ask yourself, what is even the essence of living? With all this race, all this job, want to make money, at the end of the day, people die.
Yes.
So we have been able to ask that question enough, and we say the purpose of living is to affect the people around you with what you have and try to do more. That is why you see people like Bill Gates, for example, who has a project that is empowering the whole Africa.
Yes.
The kick out malaria, the polio, kick out polio, spending so much of his fortune into ensuring that Africans are eradicated from polio, providing vaccine for free.
Yes.
So you ask, why is he doing so? That's why some people have come up with a theory and say, oh, this guy is affecting, those drugs are killing more people.
Yes,
That
conspiracy theories.
Yes, because they have not asked themselves that question, why are we living? Once you're able to ask yourself a question, why are we living? Believe me, you will do things beyond many people's imagination. People will start conspiring against that motive, thinking there is something. Because we also have been able to ask that question. That is why we are giving it all. The political drive is also based on asking of that question. Why? So if we sit back to watch the political class lead us the way they lead us, and we keep complaining, and we don't want to contribute, knowing that we have what it takes to contribute, then we are not really applying that knowledge which we've asked ourselves, like I said. So I came into politics because I felt that I have what it takes to contribute to nation building. Have been doing it privately through numerous NGOs that were founded. Have been over the last 15 years, I've been trying to see how we can go to the prison, ask questions from criminals, what led you to crime. Okay, see how we can set up. We have some lawyers here, get lawyers to help them look at their cases. And after some times, I think we are able to help some of them out of the prison. We've done more than 500, 600 people. And we're planning to do another one October 1st. So while Nigeria is celebrating independence, some prisoners should also be celebrating freedom. So, but not just bringing them out of the prison, but also seeing how we can integrate them back to the larger society through empowerment, skills development, scholarship, business provision, training them, and see that they don't go back to whatsoever had led them into. We have also invested in women's support program through one of our NGO called Unique Foundation. Far back as 2016, we did a program, 2016, 2017, 2018. We did a program where 4,000 women were empowered nationwide. Those programs, I was not putting my faces on that program because it was not political based. It was just because we asked that question, why are we on earth? Yes, we cannot do all. I'm not saying this to mean that I'm a good person or everybody likes me. We still have people that still do not believe in what I'm doing or my ideology, but I'm just doing this out of the fact that at the end of the day, all the cars, all the houses, everything that we've built on it, nobody's going with any. So I said maybe we are only helping God to develop the world. Yes, so a lot. I think as you keep asking questions, I'll be able to show that. Yeah.
I think these are very powerful words, and a lot of us admire your selflessness, especially so far. Another question is, a lot of people have been saying that they're not too young to run bill, that it's just is a map there just for people to dress the window, and that not a lot of young people still have access, especially because some persons say the party tickets are so expensive, a lot of people can't afford it. What do you say to?
Okay, the not too young to run is not just a paper work that is written. There's once there's a policy, the policy is open for anyone to take advantage of. I took advantage of it. I remember I was on the TV interview with Sheung in China,
Yes,
and when I was running for election, I was I was 39
Yes.
while I was running, and someone said you are less than the age to run for president. You'll be less than 40 when you'll be running for president. So it means you're already disqualified. And I said no. The year have been reviewed back,
Yes.
and he did check and say so. I took advantage of that um, in 2022, 2023,
Mhm.
and I think some other youth also. It's just the awareness and the impetus for young Nigerians to say, we already have a policy that favors us. Let's
Yes.
take it. Leadership will not be given to us. It's not served a la carte. We must move towards it. Just like power is given, and you don't know that you have the power. So we have been given that power through documentation,
Yes.
and it is for us to step up and take advantage of it. We shouldn't give ourselves reasons not to take advantage of it. We shouldn't. Yes, everybody have reasons to fail in life, but nobody's going to look at those reasons at the end of the day. So yes, we talk about the cost of party
Tickets.
nomination form.
Yes.
You must know that election everywhere in the world is expensive.
Oh.
Election everywhere in the world costs money. You have to mobilize. And like I said yesterday, I said nomination form or ticket to run is less than 1% of the cost of running for an election.
Oh.
So when people say they put the nomination form, is to really pick those that are ready to run. No matter how your idea is, if you don't have money to run for a political office, you cannot win. Anyway, it's not just Nigeria. It's not about the corrupt. Let's leave the corrupt processes. You need money. You need to mobilize people.
Yes.
Your party members will not move if you don't mobilize them.
Even all the way to the west.
Yeah, even in the US, we saw where food packages were being sent to people's houses in the last election. What do you think those things? So it's either you have money, you have sponsors, you have people that will support you. Because let's say this, politics is will and power.
Yes.
If you believe you have what it takes to change a nation, you must have first changed your circle. So if there's nobody around your circle willing to sponsor you, there's a problem first. It's just a wish. Just like someone who came to my office and said he wants to apply for a security job. I said, I will help you. But go and bring someone to stand for you, like a guarantor. The guy said he doesn't have anybody to stand. You see, so in politics also, before you can see, except you are greedy or you are not truthful to yourself, that I can change your local government. As a local government chairman, you are contesting.
Yes.
I can change my constituency. You want to contest for federal or state house of assembly. I can change my state as a state governor. You must have changed your circle. There must be people who have seen your impact and say, wow, this person. So you don't just wake up in the morning and say, I have a dream, or I saw a revelation that God showed me that I'll be the next president. Then you don't have money to. So there must be people who will be ready to commit to your dream.
Yes.
It's just like business proposal. When you come up to people you don't know and say, I want to be with them. Even me, I receive a lot of business proposals every day. If you don't commit to it first, I will not commit to it. If you bring a business proposal to me and say, Prof, I need so amount of money to set up a business, the first question I'm going to ask you, how much have you committed yourself? What effort have you done? Have you gotten the land? Have you gotten the office? What have you committed? Because it's dangerous to commit 100% investment into the hands of someone who have committed nothing. Because once the person sees a challenge ahead, he will walk out of it. The investment will. So the person must commit. Some of us, what has brought us to this point is because we have committed so much. We had times where we wanted to give up, but we look at the effort, the sacrifice we have put in. People who believed in us, we said, no, we cannot give up at this time. Truly, if we had not committed anything, believe me, we would have given up, we would have relocated to another country, Jagba. So what everybody is doing.
Yes.
But because we've committed so much into this, so it's not as if we got there, we committed so much. So the same thing happens to election. Nigerian youth should stop saying, oh, ticket is expensive. Let us do the work. 2027, it's 2 years from now.
Yes.
God can bless anybody. Anybody can become a billionaire in 2 years. If you have a good plan, if you work. We have people, we have social media influencers now who are on their Facebook social media and making noise every mad. And some of them, maybe they are buying the cars or not. But you see, we have people who are going to business, real estate business,
Yes.
genuinely. So you first is that you must first build your financial tenacity,
Yes.
impact your immediate environment, let them know that you truly can do it. Then you will see those who can support you. You also would have been able to raise some funding, support yourself. Then you look for a credible party
Yes.
that can believe in your dream. Then it's a journey. Yes, you want to win, but you must also have at the back of your mindset. I met with former President Olusegun Obasanjo during my last campaign, and
Yes.
he asked me, he said, Prof, what if you don't win? What is your plan B? Yeah, I was not shocked at that question because I've asked myself too. What if I don't win? What's my plan B? I'm already a business success. I have universities, I have oil and gas businesses. I'm not doing this as a secondary, maybe as an alternative B. I'm doing it because I have passion.
Yes.
But if I don't win, we continue doing it until we get it. We've had people contested 5 times, 7 times, and they got it.
Yes.
And if God said they are not going to get it, fine. It's better I die struggling than sit down waiting. So the youth must learn this from our older politicians who have that political resilience. Many youth don't have political resilience. They get quick rich syndrome has gone deep into their blood that is affecting their political journey also. So once they aspire once and they don't win, they give up. Sometimes it might take you 10 years, 20 years, 30 years to get there. You keep, but whatsoever you are doing, even if you don't win, always be there, continue impacting your people. After the election, I did not give up. I might not just be on social media ranting, but I keep doing things. I keep impacting my people in the way I can, with the resources I can. And I'm not doing it because I want people to see that, oh, I've done it. Then we will do it when he becomes president. I'm doing it. And whatever will happen in 2027 will take care of itself.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. So, okay, I have two questions that I want to ask. The first is, what were the major obstructions you had in your ambition to be president, especially in 2023? What should other young people know is ahead of them? Because a lot of people say that the political class have a gatekeeping, that they make sure that people do not, you being able to trailblaze above that, how has it been for you?
I wrote a book, The Force, that actually put together all my journey, my journey in the presidential election, because I actually campaigned. You know, we have the 2023 election was very peculiar because after a long time, I don't think in the South have experienced the peculiarity of the 2023 election. In the North, during Buhari, they had that wave of Buhari in the North. But in the South, for a very long time, we've not had the obedience, that wave of obedience, but we've not for a very long time. So the 2023 election was peculiar because of that movement of the obedience movement around. So many of us who also came on board to contest that period, you know, we were not so visible because the social media was engulfed with obedience. Even when we're making noise, when we're spending so much you can't, because there's already a movement. And the only power that can fight a movement is government or God.
Yes.
Not a new candidate, except the movement favors the new candidate.
Sure.
So we were in that circle, but we did our very best. One of the challenges was that movement itself that happened that period. Then the second is the media. See, we have a media in Nigeria that we never believe in a new candidate. So the media would have decided who will win before the voting starts.
And it has influence.
Yes, and the media, see, after God, the other two that influence the people is the media before government.
True.
The media can even be more powerful than the government. The government uses the media to communicate. They can't communicate by themselves.
Yes.
So the media is very powerful. There are some states that I won. I won even Labour Party, like Oyo State. After counting the votes in Oyo State, I was number 3. APC first, PDP, then Labour, I Accord. But you will see on the display on TV, they only go APC,
PDP and Labour Party.
And I complained about this all through the election season, that media, you don't need to settle. Let the people have their opinion. Don't shape their opinion. We have 19 presidential candidates. Let the people know them. Some persons, even as at the time of the election, did not know that some other candidate existed, except from the three candidates that they were, because it is what they see every day. And some persons blame us. No, you were not doing enough. You were not paying the media enough. You need to know the game that is involved in politics. There are some candidates who were not just paying for them to be promoted, they were also paying for others that are promoted to be removed from being promoted.
Oh.
You get, so it's a lot of game. So a lot of, we're spending so much. I can even tell you, our budget for media can be more than the budget of maybe labor for media. But because they had the masses pushing, so they don't need to spend as much as we
There's
spend.
already a movement.
Yes,
behind
pushing
the
it. So
persons.
we spend so much
Okay.
in billboard. So the media is key. Then number two is security. Nigeria security must be oriented, must be given serious orientation. They must not be partisan when it comes to election. They must know that they are working for all Nigeria. It's a pity that we have a security system that always would want to shift side when it comes to politics. The number is the people, the Nigerian people. I also discovered that the Nigerian people, especially those in the rural community, are not, majority of them, not all, are not ready for the change they prophesy. Yes, no matter how much you go speak to those in the rural community, you don't speak to them ordinary hand. After talking, they look at you and say, where is the money?
What did he bring?
If you don't bring anything, you are out. So when people are clamoring for change, we need a new Nigeria. Believe me, during election process, you see that they don't really need it. They don't. Nigerian people don't.
They're still waiting at the polling unit for one.
Everywhere you go to, if you do not go with gift, nobody listens to you. I'm even talking about religious houses, the churches, the mosque. You must. Even traditional rulers. There's some traditional rulers who are supposed to be fathers to all. They're already members of a political party. How will a traditional ruler will say that, oh, you are not in a particular party? You don't. A traditional father that is supposed to be father of everybody. So these are many hurdles that you're going to face, but they are good experiences in life. Anything that makes you gather experience, make you talk about. I'm talking about this now because I've gotten that experience. It's also added. So there's so much. Funding is key. The people would not believe in what you are doing. A lot of persons that are going to come to you. We're going to have a lot of what's it called? Support groups that are not registered come to you, and the reason why they are coming is just because they want to make money off
envelopes.
Yes, those support group, 10 minutes to election, they will move to anywhere. You get you. So there's a lot of so by the time you see a genuine person who truly want to change Nigeria, go through election process from this point to this point. By the time it's ended with the election process, that person would have changed. Because he would have seen that Nigerians, majority of them are not really ready. So when you now see politicians get there, for example, and they start, their value system have changed. What they were saying before is not what they are not, because many of them have gone through that. See, there's no, when you say politicians are wicked, politicians don't trust people, it is because of the process they go through. That process makes you another kind of person. That even your wife can say, but this is not the person I marry you. Before you started this politics, you were not like this. Why? Because you went through a furnace, a process that will transform you. But we need to keep reminding ourselves why we are going into it. So even no matter what we are confronted, we should know that this is the purpose, this is the reason why we are into this. No matter the people, because sometimes the people you're trying to salvage, the people you're trying to help might not know. They might not be good. They might not have the orientation. But you can come in, go through them and change them. Let me give an example.
Yes, sir.
We were trying to donate transformer to a particular community in Ogun State. It's called Aton Kajola Iboro. So they contacted us, our NGO in Lagos, and we said, okay, the community had not been powered since Nigeria have been created. We have a lot of communities like that.
In 2025.
Yes, they've not seen lights in their life. So we took up the project privately, provided the transformer, we wired the whole place, and after erecting poles and everything, the day we were taking the 500 kV transformer to the community, I was with the van. I was driving behind the van. So while we are about entering the community, we saw some boys at the entrance of the community, stopped our vehicle and said, we cannot take the transformer in. These are boys of the community, except we give them money.
As the area
guys. You are coming to help them, and they are
Imagine.
asking that you cannot help us except to give us money.
Imagine.
You get? And I looked at them. I said, "Are you people normal? I have sacrificed this money. I can use it for anything. I can take it anywhere. I can use it
And
to
nobody
take
will
myself.
hold you to
I'm
it.
just doing this." They didn't. They are not. They weren't listening. They said we must give them. So they called an amount of money. I said to myself, I said, why am I doing this? I'm not doing this because of these people. I'm doing it just to do it, just to contribute. Whether we are appreciated or not, let's just do it. At that point, I felt telling the vehicle to turn back. When I asked the vehicle, I asked the vehicle to say, if you turn back, you want to go.
Imagine.
I said no. And we were able to settle with them. And we entered the community. You know, when we entered the community, we saw a group of people waiting, already jubilating. Imagine if we are turned back. What it means is that there is always a stronghold in every community.
Sure.
There might be people who truly want it, but don't judge the very community by the very few bad people
Sure.
who you have an experience with. Imagine if we are turned back. There were school children on their uniform dancing under the rain, waiting for us. The jubilation. I learned a lot of lessons that day. So while you go through political, you're going to see a lot of people. Don't judge Nigeria by so doing. Know why you are going. At the end of the day, you would truly understand why God have allowed you go through those processes before emerging.
Okay, thank you, sir. So, okay, I have this very, very important question. You being the chairman at this point, a lot of questions if you would still be contesting in the 2027 election.
Number one, election is about you have to study the terrain.
Yes.
We have a president now, and we have some places who have announced their ambition to contest.
Yes.
The last election, I announced my ambition to contest like 6 or 7 months to election. We still have 2 years to the election. I feel it's still early for me to announce whatever ambition I'll be having for 2027.
Okay.
What I need to focus now on is what I'm doing now. See how I can, my only 2 way or my big way, support wherever I can support, and talk to the youth, galvanize them, and we look towards 2027 to knowing the best decision we're going to take.
Okay.
Yes, ordinarily left to me, I would have said yes, I want to contest, but there's a lot of things we must consider. Have a lot of supporters, we must engage, a lot of people we must talk to,
Yes.
and look at what Nigeria truly need, and we'll go in that direction. So for now, our focus is primarily on talking to the government, criticizing them in areas we feel they should be criticized so they can do better,
Yes.
and preparing ourselves for 2027. We
Okay.
have not yet decided on what we'll do.
Okay, so talking about criticism, a lot of coalitions have been formed. And is your party or you as a person, do you eye any form of coalition to be able to go into the 2027 general elections?
And for me, I don't believe in the coalition of ADC. Let me say it. I don't believe in it because we are criticizing this government.
Yes.
And we're having another people who just rounded up the last government coming up to form coalition to take over from themselves. I don't believe in that coalition.
Some were even members of this person.
So
government.
that is it. What led to this coalition? We must look at why are they agitating? Are they agitating for Nigeria, or they're trying to use Nigeria to camouflage and get their personal gain? These people forming this coalition, they are only forming for their personal gain. What led to it? Some of them wanted appointment and they were not given.
Sure.
Some of them were promised minister, this and this, and they were not given. So they said they are going to form coalition to fight this government so that whatever it is, I don't believe in whatever they are doing. We have our own agenda.
Yes.
Our agenda is different from whatever agenda they have, and we're working towards.
Okay. So thank you very much, sir, for giving us your time. If you have any last words for our viewers so that we move ahead.
My words for the very youth women of Nigeria is that this country belongs to us, Nigeria. It's our priority, our duty to engage in whatsoever good capacity we want to engage. Don't be intimidated. Nigerians are not known to be fearful. We are fearless persons. We're intelligent. Don't be intimidated in whatsoever you aspire to become, whether it's in the corporate world, your private capacity, or in politics. You have the right to aspire. It's not a crime to be ambitious. as young Nigerians, equip yourself, um, be realistic, take that risk, and aspire. While you aspire, ensure that you do all you can. If all you can cannot make you achieve, do what it takes legitimately to achieve what you have set out to achieve.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. So we have been with the astute businessman and a political trailblazer, Professor Christopher Imumolen. We appreciate your time and we wish you success in your future endeavors. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
All right.